Hi, I am so sorry I'm no longer on vacation, so I can't make as many videos as I was because I don't have a sponsor. But I will be trying to put up videos here and there, and don't worry if you don't see me as much, I'm okay.
Something weird happened this second I got home. I tried to connect my iPhone to the internet, but it wouldn't connect. Eventually, we realized that I needed to refresh my phone because my phone had gone completely out of sync with my internet. Now, during this time, I went back to check my computer internet cord on the modem, and to my shock and surprise, it's now black. This cord was not black when I got it. I had it installed myself. It was white. In fact, I know this is the same cord because right there is the blue tack that I put around it to make sure that no insects could come up through the hole in the floor from down underneath in the floor space. So I would really appreciate it if you go right now and go check your internet cord and tell me, is it white or is it black? Because I have never, ever, ever seen a black internet cord. They were always white. And I'd like to know if your cord changed color too, or if it's just mine. Thank you so much. Starbucks glitched. Now, what's real interesting about this is that when I originally saw it, it was the same on both sides. And then I was looking at it again, and I'm like, oh my gosh, one side of it is just completely gone now. There's only 2 legs, not 3. It doesn't even look like it's been built right. And I went back in time on Google, and yep, it's never had a leg. Who would ever create a sign without one leg on it? It doesn't even look like it's made right. So I asked my friend who had seen it with me that night, do you remember that Starbucks? Did it look the same on both sides? And he was like, yeah, I think so. Why? And I'm like, look at this mofo now. That's really weird, he says. So yeah, that was interesting. Why are these signs glitching? I'm not sure. He said he hasn't seen any farther south in LA, and they seem to be mostly concentrated in North Hollywood. So I'm kind of starting to think maybe it's because I'm making these videos. I don't know. Now, please tell me, what is the exact monetary sense of throwing your money away on 2 signs like this? People are arguing that for the gas stations, it's because they want people from both sides of the intersection to see the prices. Okay, I get that. But you don't need 2 signs on Starbucks like this, and definitely not one that looks ridiculously unfinished. Did you notice these stores seem to be glitching once I mentioned them in my videos? Check out these amazing photos by Sharon McDonald. Do you remember when I had said I had seen some AutoZones with no stripes on it? Well, she found one near her house, and not only that, it glitched. Now, what the heck is the point of putting yourself on the sign twice? I mean, have you ever seen this? We just mentioned it, and she found it had glitched. Really amazing photos, Sharon. And that's not all she found. A black Wendy's, and amazingly enough, a black Starbucks that only says Starbucks, not Starbucks coffee. So now, let's get this clear now. So you don't have a name anymore? You don't have a standardized name. So is your name Starbucks Coffee or is it Starbucks? So basically, we live now in a world where a company's name is just different all over the place. I mean, how are we even supposed to recognize it? I took these photos of a black Starbucks coffee, a black T-Mobile, and a black Dilbeck, all right next to each other right there on Ventura Boulevard. And I just have to go back to Sharon's picture for a minute because, well, since when has AutoZone been about Home Care America? Have you ever seen that? Oh, okay, so I thought AutoZone was for cars. So now you're telling me that AutoZone is a home care center, so we're going to go in there and find plates and napkins and kitchen sinks in there for sale, huh? All right. Now I recall the Verizon logo looking like this, or maybe the red check mark a little bit more to the left. But now I can't find that online anywhere. It looks like this with the giant red Z, and actually the ones in my area look extremely weird. They're written out in white lettering, and it's just real different. Mandela effect, you got me, because as I was trying to get these pictures out of my phone, I found out that they had disappeared. I had another one in my area that was white in the daytime, and that one disappeared out of my phone too. I had 2 of these pictures disappear out of my phone. I thought, oh, great, you messed me up. I can't get this one into the video. And I was zooming along, couldn't find the shopping center at all. Finally found it. Reappeared just in time for the video. Got these pictures off of Google because they're no longer in my phone. Okay, moving onward. I'm watching this one real carefully because it looks like it might be turning white from the top going down. Just wanted to mention that Walmart no longer has a dash in the middle or a star or anything in the middle, so all of those videos that any of you saw reporting on that Mandela effect, I'll bet you $100 that they have disappeared. My local tender greens has turned red, y'all, and it used to be green. And I was noticing how odd it looks that you would spend your hard-earned money to make a completely vacant white poster for your store when the other ones in the area look exactly how I remember them, as a shield with color on it. And then I discovered my local Gelson's had done the same thing and lost its green color. Now, interestingly enough, when I passed this by the other day, the sign was actually round, not square, but I went down there today to look at it in person, and yep, it is now square, so it changed on me. You need to not doubt yourselves, people. This is actually happening. So I guess it's become the fashion lately to take your hard-earned money and sink that into a replacement letter that doesn't even match the color of your business's word, because, you know, looking ghetto, it just shoots up the value of your store so much. Also, the trending fashion, letting the sun fade your signs to black instead of bleaching them out until nobody can really even barely read the words on it, really helps your customers find you. It also makes tons of money sense to sink all your money into a giant white sign that says nothing other than Suite 117 and leave the rest of it blank. Where we're going to save the money for that is we're going to skimp on the paint here on the arrow and not make it a full arrow. That will cover the costs and help us pay for the sign. Always fashionable to leave one side of your roof a different color from the other side. And it makes a lot of business sense to write your sign backwards so nobody can really read it. Now, you can tell me that, yep, the plastic was just slipped in the wrong way by accident, but it's on both sides of the sign. That means the plastic had to be slipped in backwards on both sides at 2 different times. Now, if you live in North Hollywood, this one is really going to freak you out. So, the sign that says No Ho, standing for North Hollywood, has reversed itself. So, take a little drive and check it out. It is completely reversed. That makes tons of sense for our hard-earned tax-paying money to go into the city to reverse this, yeah? And for those of you who do not live in North Hollywood, go ahead and try this with Google Street View. Just put in the address 4863 Lane Christian Boulevard, North Hollywood, California. You can drive right along. It says No Ho, standing for North Hollywood, just very plain as day. Then drive down a little bit, reverse. You see the back of the sign, which is a completely different sign. They're not attached. And you can check it out right there. It says something more now, like, own. And it didn't say that before. I just don't think anyone's ever looked up yet to catch this. I have tons more stuff to put into this video, but because I'm afraid that it's going to change before I can get it out there, I think I'm just going to cut it short and make this into a video and then make a part 2. I have tons of viewer contributions to show you, and I want to thank you all for that and really apologize if I didn't get to you. It's because I'm getting deluged. I am going to try to sift through it and do another video with all that stuff because it's absolutely incredible and amazing what you're sending me. Oh, hey, check it out. So when I got home, my hot and cold water had switched back to the correct side. So I was actually going to do a video on this showing the temperature. This side was hot when I left, and now it's cold. And this side was cold, and now it's hot. So it's all switched back. It's all reversed. And now for the ending, I just want to show you a visual optical illusion like Yanni and Laurel that I developed. Now, I did this because I was looking at the glitched McDonald's sign the other day, and it looked like it was kind of turning black, but I could sort of see it morphing into red and black at the same time. It was like I could see 2 colors there at the exact same moment, as if they were both there, but I could only see one depending on which one I concentrated on. Now, before I show you, I just want to show you something that the Mandela effect did to me. So I had just zoomed in on the I and the A in Utopia to show you the different dimensions of the letters that they had turned into. And I was thinking, oh, look at that. It looks like AI reversed. And I looked at my screenshot, and in my editing program, it literally reversed the shot down below. So it does say AI. It doesn't normally look like that. It's not reversed. It shows you in that screen exactly what you're looking at in the big screen. So it reversed that just to say AI. And I really want to notate something here. Let's stop with the fear. We have so much fear already in our world. And for what, really? This world has been real crappy, and I'm actually kind of glad there's something here to shake it up a little. You know, some of the credit system ideas that are coming out, they're so disgusting and horrible to people. They really need to be taken down. So let's not think that the Mandela effect is necessarily a horrible thing.
Okay, enough ranting. Let's get on to the optical illusion I developed. So now I'm going to force you to close your eyes. Just keep staring at the screen, and I'm going to show you the word Sarah right now. Now close your eyes again, and I'm going to show you the word Satan. Now, these are actually the same word and the same thing, but it changes as you focus on it differently.
Sarah. Satan. Okay, that was not meant to scare anyone. It was just an interesting visual optical illusion that I had thought about for a while, like the Yanni and Laurel thing, and I'm using it to show you that your eyes can see two things in the same thing. And it was just an example for me of something that is the same yet different. And lest we not forget that if you are in one of the religions that currently governs Earth, in your religion, most likely, Satan is someone who punishes the bad people, so nothing to fear if you're a good person. Okay, bye. Oops, I almost forgot to tell the people who are paranoid that I am being paid by a corporation to do these videos like a corporate shill. First of all, I completely cherish your paranoia, and I appreciate that paranoia. I'm going to list a few things for you real quickly why I feel that your fears should be laid to rest. Number one, I'm not getting paid. I wish I was. Number two, I don't know any corporation that would pay me, since I'm going to turn around and talk about their competitor the next week. I spoke about Chase, and that's the reason I actually delayed doing that video until the Mandela effect forced me into doing it, because I didn't want to advertise Chase. Next week I was talking about Wells Fargo. If Chase was paying me, I don't think they'd like that very much. I just suddenly turned on them, started talking about a competitor. Number three, I am currently suing Facebook, so if I was getting paid by some overlord of the corporations or overlady of the corporations, why would I be suing one of their little minions?